One of NLign's features is the ability to align a photo with a model so that you can map damage or other areas of interest on the model at their exact location. There are two ways to perform damage mapping, and there are a few different ways to access each type. This video will demonstrate how to map damage starting in the Trendable Detail dialog, but it's also available in the Tools menu and from the File Attachment dialog. Let's open up a Trendable and make sure that it has a photo attached to it. Click the button on the top right to open the split screen view. There are two types of damage mapping buttons here. The single pin button will allow you to create an annotation on the current Trendable. This is useful if the Trendable represents one instance of damage or some other type of finding. The button with two pins will allow you to create multiple new Trendables that each have a different annotation. This is useful if you have a Trendable type that links to this type. For example, if this Trendable represents an inspection and you want to create Trendables for findings that came out of that inspection. For this video, we'll use the 2-pin option. After clicking the double pin button, the first step is to map reference features. We'll start by moving the model into a position that more closely resembles the photograph. Then, choose a reference feature type, point, line, or ellipse, and hold down the Control button to map a reference point onto the model. Then, on the photo, click in the corresponding location. Do this for 6 points or more so that we can map the photo onto the model. Okay, I've mapped 6 points, so I'll click the next button. This screen shows the image and the model aligned on top of one another. If the alignment doesn't look quite right, you can click this box to show the reference features. If any of them look like they're not quite right, you can go back to the previous screen and realign them. Next, to create Trendables, click the Add button and select a Trendable type. If you select a Trendable type that links to the type you started from, then that link will automatically be populated. Fill in any other relevant info and then click Save. Next, use the drawing tools in the lower right to draw on the model. The wand tool will automatically fill in areas of interest, or you can use the pen tool to draw manually. You can continue to click the Add button to create more Trendables with their own annotations. Once you're done making new Trendables, click the Next button. This screen will show you all the annotations that you put on the model and let you move it around to make sure everything looks right. If everything does look right, click Finish. If you close this dialog, you'll see that the new Trendable that we created is right here, and it has an annotation as we defined in damage mapping, and the location has been set to the centroid of the annotation. And that's how you do damage mapping in NLign.